guys, it's Demi here for DJ on Fire, and I'm here with Aaron, aka A-Game. A-Game. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Pleasure.
Now, Aaron, tell me about A-Game. How did the whole DJing start?
Yeah, I had my very first boys trip away to Ibiza when I was 17. And I was lucky enough to go to a club called Amnesia, which holds about 10,000 people. And I saw DJ Sister Bliss, so she's one half of Insomnia, and I was just literally blown away by house music. I've never heard it before. And then when I landed back to the UK after going to Ibiza, I bought my first set of decks. So I had Technics 1210s, vinyl, and I bought a shed load of records back from Ibiza and just started to play in the bedroom, and it just kind of progressed from there.
That's insane. It's such a progression as well, going from obviously vinyl, as you've just said, to CDs. How have you found that transition?
It's quite funny. Like I say, I've always been on vinyl, but I play at a club called Ivy, and they had the first lot of CDJs in there, and I literally got thrown into the deep end one weekend and had to play on CDs with about like maybe 5 hours notice.
That's a nightmare for anyone who doesn't really understand this whole thing. That is just nightmare.
So it was just learning to use and navigate around the technology, and then obviously using a different set of devices to play music. But I mean, within 2 or 3 weeks, it was kind of easy to pick up. It's virtually the same kind of process, just using different technology. So
awesome. And what sort of music do you play?
Yeah, it's kind of, I like to call my style mashup. That's probably my favourite music to play. So one of my, I guess, greatest DJs who I kind of aspired to was the late DJ AM. Also died in a plane crash, but I play very similar to him, where he's not bound by any genre. So it can be 80s to deep house to hip hop to rock, and just literally lob it all into one set. So yeah, mashup style is my favourite style.
Perfect, and it definitely keeps the crowd entertained and wanting more and wondering what's coming next. But that is something really cool. I find that's a really cool genre, a description of a genre, having the mashup sort of thing. So also, we were talking about it before, A-Game is actually in a duo.
That's right, yeah. So I'm in one half of a party duo called the Backhanders, and we've been lucky enough to play some really cool gigs in and around Sydney and in Europe. But I guess our most memorable DJ sets to date would be playing at Good Vibes Twice in the locals tent to about 10,000 people, and then the famous Absolute parties down at Swiss Grand and Bondi Beach. So we were lucky enough to be part of those iconic parties.
They were definitely some crazy parties. For anyone who went to them, they definitely remember those good times. They were rocking. So you basically play the sort of housey, upbeat stuff with your duo and also yourself. We were talking about as well, you're actually into a bit of production, a bit of behind the deck. So what have you been doing, making music?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of, the natural progression from a DJ is making music. And that's something I've been passionate about for such a long time now. I'm in a stage of my life and career where I'm able to mix work with pleasure. So I'm doing some production work which is more kind of down tempo, so it's probably stuff that I wouldn't play in a club environment, but it's something that it's, I guess, the artists that I really kind of admire, people like Massive Attack, like Portishead, more Chiba, and even Active Child, all the kind of slowy, more kind of, I guess, emotion evoking kind of music stuff is what I produce. And then I'll still produce more the dancey up-tempo stuff later on down the track, but more of a passion project right now.
What would you say, a piece of advice to people, looking to be a DJ or even in production, how they get that step into creating music and, getting their stuff out there?
I mean, it's like anyone says, it's just literally repetition, practice and practice. I mean, if you want to be a DJ, you need to be able to play on the equipment that they play on clubs. So invest in buying some decks. Another thing is trying to work out your music style. What you're passionate about. Is it EDM? Is it hip hop? Is it mashup? And then once you know your style, is then learning more and more about that music, and then learning how to blend most of the music. And again, it's just literally practice, practice, practice.
That's amazing. No, thank you so much, Aaron. Really
Pleasure.
looking forward to catching some of your sets around Sydney and, maybe even overseas as well.
Yep, come and see me, check me out.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Bye.